Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to our seminar for September group. Before we get started, if any questions come up, please post them in the chat. So this way at the end, inshallah, when we have our Q&A session, we can go ahead and start covering it. A few topics we will be covering today is nuzuk and permits, schedule, and then at the end, inshallah, we will have our Q&A session. So without any further ado, we will get started with our schedule for this trip. So you will be traveling on the 22nd on this Friday, inshallah. We will be meeting at the airport at 10:30 a.m. So inshallah, check in with Brother Samiuddin before you go ahead and check in so you can get your bag that we use during the trip. And we will also be giving you some luggage tags. So just in case, your luggages, we know which luggages belong to the group. And then from there, you will be traveling to Riyadh, inshallah. And then from Riyadh, you have a short layover over there, inshallah, and then you will have your flight to Taif. Once you arrive in Taif, everyone will get settled into the hotel. That will be a rest night. And then on the 24th, we will have our tours in Taif, and we will be traveling to Makkah, inshallah. Once you arrive in Makkah, it's not too long of a trip from Taif to Makkah. It's about an hour and a half. So once you arrive in Makkah, inshallah, you can take a little bit of break once we get the whole group settled in. Then, inshallah, from there, the group will go ahead and perform Umrah. On the 25th, you will have a day. It's a free day, so you're more than welcome to get some shopping done and get that out of the way. On the 26th, you have your historical tours in Makkah. And the following day, you will be leaving from Makkah to Medina, inshallah. Once you're in Medina, the Brother Samiuddin will go ahead and guide you where do the women need to enter in for the Roda, where the men need to enter in for the Roda. You will also be covering which gates are closest. So once you go pray in Masjid Nawawi, where do the women go in? Where do the men go in? It's separate gates. It's not like Makkah, so it is a little bit different, inshallah. And then on the 28th, you have a free day. And then on Friday, inshallah, try to catch your Jummah in Masjid Nawawi. And then you have your historical tours on the 30th of September. And you will be going from the historical tour straight to the airport. You have your flight from Medina to Riyadh, and then Riyadh back to JFK, inshallah. So I do want to talk about the schedule and where do you need to actually get your permits and what dates are going to work best for it. So for your Umrah permit, inshallah, you can pick up any permit in the afternoon, inshallah, around 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. I would say that would be the best permit timing. They don't bother you as much. So for the 24th, those permits are open at this point, inshallah. After you receive your visas and you activate your Nuzuk account, inshallah, you can take out that permit. For your Roda permit, which you need to take out either the night of the 27th, so basically any permit. So the women permits are in the evening hours. So if any women are deciding to take a permit out, I would suggest something maybe 11 p.m. or from 11:30 to 12 permits should work out too. And for the men, they should start taking their permits from the 28th morning in the AM hours. So this way they don't miss their permits if they take it in the daytime. And then, of course, you have a few days open. So I do suggest to avoid the 27th. You can take out any time for the 28th or the 29th, inshallah. And then the 30th, of course, you have your historical tour. So if you do decide to take a permit, take it in the morning hours. We will post all these timings beforehand, inshallah. So this way you can take out the permits according to the times we're in Medina and according to the time when we need to go do our Umrah. So this is one thing, inshallah. And then we are sending out the visas today. So you should be receiving the visas today. And we will also be posting detailed instructions on how to activate Nuzuk. But there are a few key points which are very important to understand before you even go ahead and start activating your Nuzuk. So you do need a active email a unique active email for each member of the family. You do need a unique phone number too. So these are the two pieces of information that you will need when you're signing up. The phone number, it's not really as important that you have access to it in Saudi, but the email address, you should definitely have access to the email address, because that's where they send you a one-time code to log in. And even when you're signing up, you will need that one-time code in order to actually go ahead and proceed with the account. So even if you have children traveling, you will need a unique email and a unique number. You will need separate devices when you go to your Roda and for your Umrah permit as well. And you will need an internet connection over there. So it's important, if you don't have any roaming data, that either you pick up a local Saudi SIM card, or you have roaming on from a SIM card from here. So you just need a few key pieces of information when you're signing up. So you get the visa number, which you will be receiving your visas today, inshallah. You can get the visa number from there. You have to put in your passport number. You have to put in your date of birth and a unique email, which has not been used to sign up for a Nuzuk account, and a phone number. So the email is where you will be receiving the code regarding signing up for Nuzuk and each time you log in. So once you get logged in, it doesn't really log you out, but it's always important you have access to that email on the phone that you will be taking with you, inshallah. So I do want to open it up for any questions someone may have. So give me 1 second. So if you like, you can unmute yourself, inshallah, and you can ask any questions you may have. We also have Brother Samiuddin, who will be leading the group. I would like to request him if he can come on camera and just show himself so you can recognize him when you arrive at the airport.
Assalamu alaikum. I had a question.
Yes, brother, go ahead.
So I know it says the 24th we will perform Umrah, and then inshallah, I mean, I want to perform Umrah the next 2 days as well. So how do we go about that? Will you guys be able to guide us? Do we have to like?
So
Mhm.
the easiest way to perform multiple umrahs, many of the people, they actually end up going to Masjid Aisha, and they will make their intention for umrah again from there. I highly suggest to wear the ihram from the hotel. It's much easier. You just go there, you pray your 2 rakats, and then you come back and you perform your umrah. So it's the same thing. Once you have completed your first umrah, you can go ahead and take out the permit for the next one. They do not let you take out multiple permits at once.
Okay, to take out Umrah one per day.
You can take out as many as you want. So if you decide to do more than one umrah, they don't really check for the umrah permit. So once you get there, as long as you're in ihram, they let you in to perform umrah.
Okay. And is it expected to be right during this time busy?
It shouldn't be as busy in Makkah, but Medina will be quite busy.
Oh, right, because the month of Rabi Awal, so it should
Yes,
be
the
busy.
month of Rabiul, so you will see a lot more people. But it shouldn't be too crowded in Makkah. But even in Medina, usually on the 28th, I believe you should be seeing the crowd kind of like slowing down.
Okay. And when is Bara Rabi Awal? Is it on the 27th or 28th?
It is on the 27th.
So we'll make it for Bara Rabi Awal to Medina?
Yes, inshallah. So we should be leaving approximately around 10:30, 11 a.m. in the morning, and you should be in Medina around 3, 4 p.m.
Okay, inshallah. Okay.
Inshallah. So I see some message in the chat. If you like, you can also unmute yourself, inshallah, to ask your question, or you can post it in the chat.
And for Umrah, the first day, will we perform it together as a group, and then or
So
do we have?
it is optional. So if you decide to do the umrah on your own, it's completely up to you. So most people who have done umrah before, they like to go on their own rather than with the group, because it's much faster to do it on your own. But yes, the first day, the Umrah will be performed with the group, inshallah, and it's optional if you want to join the group or not. But after that, any Umrahs you decide to do additionally, that they will be on your own.
And then for the first day, the Umrah that we perform together, because this is my first time and my wife's. So we would have to get all the permits at the same time, right?
Like I said, Makkah, they're not as strict. Like they're not really checking permits in Makkah. I would say almost for the last entire year. Not this Ramadan, the Ramadan before this, they stop checking the permits. As long as you're in a haram, they just let you into haram. So I wouldn't worry too much about the Umrah permits as much as for the Roda permits, Riyadul Jannah. So that is more important to have that completely out of the way than to actually worry about the Umrah. Because the Umrah permits, they even the last day, if you go, you will find some time slot, and if they do require you to show a permit, you can take something out within like 6, 7, 8 hours of the time you're actually there. So they don't really bother you as much for the Umrah permits.
Okay. And as far as our stays, we will find out once we get there for Makkah and Medina Sharif.
For the stay on the 24th, you will be arriving, inshallah. You're staying in Swiss Al Maqam in Makkah, which is in the clock tower.
Mm-hmm.
And then in Medina, we are staying in Aqiq Hotel. So both of them are very close to Haram. Aqiq Hotel is very good for the women because it's their entrance is right there. So it's close to Haram, inshallah. It's the walk is a few, I would say like 30, 35 seconds from Aqiq to Haram. And then in Makkah, as soon as you leave the clock tower vicinity, you're right next to Haram.
Okay. Okay.
So inshallah, if there aren't any more questions, I would like to close off the meeting. And inshallah, you can reach out to any of our staff members if you do have any questions. I will go ahead and post the nusuk instructions, and we will be sending out the visas today, inshallah. So you expect to receive the visas in the next couple of hours. And jazakallah khair for joining. And I will be at the airport as well, inshallah. And Brother Samiuddin will be the one leading the group. So we will see you at the airport. Before you check in, please come and check in with us before you go ahead and check in. And a recording for this meeting will be available soon, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.